Hey guys, this is Jamie Lola Tallulah, Poet Spice, and I am here to do a final flip through of my 2017 journal. I took an old book, sewn in some signatures, and I tried to get a very wide one to do this in. And I originally had, 6 signatures, and I just cut out the last 2 to make room so it wouldn't be so bulky. The front of this was a loaded envelope that I had received, and then some other things that I just stuck in there. So there was a painting that I did. There was this that I had gotten. So I just put that on the front. All right, and I will show you just some flip throughs. So this was Happy New Year, and I had this tea paper, and I had some die cuts from my Cricut, and this is one of my digital images. So I printed it out, colored it, put it in there. My thing was release, fix the holes, and move forward for last year. I don't know how far along I got with that goal as far as, but I think I did some progress, had some progress. I put in this January cut for 2017, and then here we go. You guys know I love my die cuts, so I had die cuts that I used, Cricut stuff. I wrote a poem on this day, and I did another. This is mostly journaling, so you're going to see a lot of journaling. There was a challenge or something, and it was to use bubbles and something else, so I drew another little digital image, colored her up, combined it with some bubbles that I had. Lots of journaling spots. I was on Louisa's, which is Kitty Scrap Post design team, and I had done this for one of her projects. And of course, anytime I see a little brown girl or on some craft stuff, I'm always like, I want that one, because we are very underrepresented in the craft community supplies. So that was that, and it was just sitting around, so I'm like, I'm gonna throw that in there. We got some journaling, some die cuts here. I had gotten these birds, and so I colored those up, and this actually is like 3 different days of journaling. So you can do all kinds of journaling in no matter whatever. I just did a little bit here, and then I didn't take up the whole page, and then another day I only had a little bit to say, so I just used some washi tape and so forth. This was another little girl stamp I had. It's a Prima stamp, and I just colored her up and threw her in here. Same thing here. This is like one of my favorite stamps, this Candy Bean, and so I must have had it out on my desk at the time and put it in here. Same thing, I got these die cuts, and I just cut them out and put them in here. And I used whatever paper I liked. Count your blessings. I did a little tip-in thing here with that. The mermaid die, same thing. Sometimes I want to scream. Woo, child. If I didn't write, and I think that's part of the problem that I've had for the last few years. I haven't been writing nearly as much as I should, and writing is catharsis for me as well as creative. So I have put so much energy into crafting because it's like mindless for me, and writing is not mindless. So I had some dies, same thing here, washi tapes, different entries on the same page. I was playing around with some cuts, so put those in there. Here I got a little card from Glow, so I put that in there that day. Another cards. A little shaker. This one, special delivery from Jill. Jill is amazing. She and Shonda, I'm like, the two of them, I'm like, I don't know how they have cards for every single season in between and get them out on time. I'm doing good to get Christmas done by Christmas. So I've cut out February work. I used some more die cuts. Here again, you see I was wanting to scream because it was anytime it's like that, it's probably because of work. I had some other die cuts laying around. I had gotten some tonic dies, and so I put the little tonic buttons because they're really cute. See that? Sorry about moving the camera. And you probably can't see it as well now because the ink is kind of faded on the buttons. But, another die cut that I used. Here was one of my digital images. I drew this up. I had an idea for a book called Deal With My Shit. So I put some little notes about that. Here's a tag with die cuts and then this little cat, because that's my big girl. And I was playing with cuts. And then some pages are just blank because I like the paper. So I had some die cuts in here. There was a little note from somebody. There was another, I think this is from Artist Sheila. Yep. She sent me this card. There's some pockets. There's me. Some stuff from work. I was doodling on my little page. Then there was June. So freedom was the last day of work. So it's like anytime you see that, I wasn't at work. I was playing with these die cuts, and I actually did a video on this page because it was for some kind of collab. In the summertime, I wanted to see Wonder Woman, and Mr. Man did not take me to see Wonder Woman. And then I had this little Kenny K that I was doing, and here's this. We did go to see Alien something that day, but I wanted to see Wonder Woman, and so we never did go see it. All right, so I just put our tickets in there for that, but he did end up buying me the DVD, so I was like, yay. We went to go see The Mummy, so I put that in there on this very dark, gruesome looking page. Another, I don't know if it's the same day, a different day, we went to go to City Barbecue, so I just kind of put that in here with our little notes and stuff. And this is actually a die cut from My Road. Oops, shouldn't have shown that. Let's see. Then this is an example of like where you don't necessarily want to write anything, but I had done this jelly print plate, or you know, this jelly print on a jelly plate, and then I had these punched out and this napkin and a card. So I just liked it, and I just put it all on the same page. I had some butterflies that worked with it. Here was some other stuff. Thank you. I bought something from the Funky Junkie, and I put that in here. Then you have July. So, little kitty. I forget who sent me this, but I was like, ooh, I'm going to throw that in there. And then, there we go. This was July 4th. Mr. Man. Mr. Man looking all mean because we went to go pick out glasses for him. There's our car. That's when I got my car. Then we had some little Olive Garden. Me and my mom went to Olive Garden just randomly, so she let me have the gift card that she used for that. Then I got another card from somebody. And you'll notice that I didn't journal every day, but I did journal a lot of days. So some little journaling. I do photography, so this was an interesting little picture when we were out eating. That's a summer selfie with some journaling under there. And then we got to fall, which was August. And of course, you know, I was starting to feel sad because that means I had to go back to work. And then Mr. Man, we went to, where'd we go? Steak and Shake, that's where that was. Then we get to October. And I got in these from HSN. So you know, as soon as I got that, I colored up that pirate girl. Yes. And put my journaling cards under there. And then focus and blah, blah, be creative. By this time, we were preparing for National Novel Writing Month. And I put this little girl in here. Okay, so there we go, Belinda. Yay, see her? Here's my baby. That's my new baby. Obviously, excuse me for hitting this thing. Obviously, she is a little bigger than that now. When we had her, she was less than 2 pounds. That's how small she was when we got her. And you could see here, there's big girl. And she's just stalking her. She's just stalking her in her bin. And then there she is. She's so tiny. The blue toy that we had for her, her body was about the same size, and then her head, and that was it. So we got Willinda. Let's see what else is on these. Okay, and then there's the other pictures of Willinda when she was a baby. Little teeny tiny baby. She's so much growing now. She's like 4 pounds. She's almost 5 pounds now. And this was an old picture of the big baby that I had put in there. And then there we go again. See, if you look at her, can you see? Here's her body and there's her toy. So they're about the same size, and then added her little head on. She was so cute when she was little. And then, let's see. These are pretty much blank pages, which I could take out, but since they're sewn in, I don't want to take them out and then lose the parts that were actually written on. So there's some other things here. I got this in a Wish. It was a mermaid theme loaded envelope. And then there was a card back here. And some more blank pages, but I didn't want to take this one out because right in the center was the spread I did for my dad for the Prima Doll collab for Father's Day. And I did not want to take it out and lose that. So that's pretty much the end of it. And then there's loose pages, a couple things. Nope, that's it. That was the last thing in here, and these are loose pages. So I could take the loose pages out, but then it would mess up the rest of the book. I did have 2 signatures, cut them out though, and I did reuse those in a different book. So that's like my all year journal, and you'll notice it stopped in October because pretty much for November was National Novel Writing Month, and then at the 13th, that's when I started my December daily. So there you go, which I did a video for that. I could put the link for that. So thanks for watching, and I shall see you guys later.